Hello everyone, welcome back to the course. In the previous videos, we have talked about how we can have the different pipelines using BitBucket. Now this is the lecture where we are going to implement a pipeline using our SFDX. So what we are going to do is we are going to implement everything that we have learned over the previous videos for the BitBucket. We will apply the same over here inside the BitBucket pipeline so that we can deploy the changes using SFDX. There were a few prerequisites like for creating the variables and having the JWT server.key files. We already have those. We are going to use the same files for the purpose of this demo as well. So let's quickly see that how to develop a pipeline using SFDX inside a BitBucket. So this is the new project which I have created and I already have the pipeline built. The reason that we already have talked about most aspects of the YML pipeline for the BitBucket, I will just go ahead and show you this pipeline.yml file. I have two files, one is for backup and one is for YML file. And I will also show you that we already have the JWT folder inside the repository, and this JWT folder is containing all the files, but we need server.key file. And inside the repository settings, under pipelines, we have also created the repository variables which we need in order to implement the CI/CD. So you can see here SFDC username, host login, and connected app consumer key. We are still using the Salesforce Sandbox, the developer sandbox. To access these variables, how we will access is like this. It is saying that access AWS underscore secret. We can use dollar $AWS underscore secret. So whatever the variable we have developed, we have created, we just need to use a dollar sign before that variable and we will be able to access it. Now here I have added every single thing, whatever we have discussed in the previous videos like pipeline, pull request, master branches, as well as steps basically. So what we have is, we have pull request, the sample for developer and master branch. Then we have branches, branch specific actions as well, and these are the two key aspects of our pull request. And we also have developed, not developed, we also have applied the conditions to check if the specific file has been changed inside our source folder. So you can see here for pull request we have development as well as master. If you scroll down, we have got branches, under branches we have got development. Steps, you are already aware about these steps. We'll talk about the script which are very important over here. So what we are going to do is we are going to use variables with the help of export over here. So in Jenkins we have some sort of other naming convention to create the variables. In BitBucket we have export. This is going to say that we are going to create a variable called CIURL, and this is the tar file which we are going to extract to install SFDX. Then we have few more variables like SFDX auto update, disable is false, we can say that true, or if you want something like false and true is the values. Then we have got SFDX domain retry, we have got disable app hub, debug label, deploy directory. Here you need to provide your directory which is basically force app, main and default. So I'm going to keep this as a src because we are not using this folder like this variable anywhere. What are the test label? So these are all the variables that we have. Then what we said is we need to make a directory called SFDX where we are going to install our SFDX. Now we are using wget to install our SFDX. So this is a command which is just to use the installation of our SFDX where we are using our variable CIURL and creating a new variable. Then whatever SFDX version we are running SFDX plugin core, we are running SFDX update. Then we are echoing our variables like SFDX host login, and then we have got SFDX username, then we have got SFDX consumer key. And this is the similar command that you already have seen for connecting Salesforce with the help of JWT. So here we are using our variable for client ID. This is where the location of our server.key file is. This is the username, and this is our instance host URL which we are using, and this is the alias of our auth. Then here what we are doing is we are just again deploying. Here you see, here we are just using the same command for deploying, and this is our target username. Then again echo the variables, and okay, this is a duplicate. Basically we don't need to have this up to here, so this were the duplicate commands. We just remove this. Now we deployed here. If you wanted to have run some test cases, you can run those. If you wanted to have some sort of sonar violation, PMD violations, you can run those over here with the help of CMD commands. You can also try to create your SFDX scratch orgs as well. Similarly, we have hotfix branches. For every single branch we have got all those things. Then I think this is again there is something which is duplicate for all the branches. Then we have got hot bug fix. Then we can have those bug fix as well over here. Then we have got release branches. We have already talked about the branching strategy. Then we have got feature branches which we are going to create on top of our developer branches. And at the end we have got master branch, and the trigger is going to be manual for our master branch. So this is a very simple pipeline that we have just developed, and again we got the same kind of uh, scenario over here. We will just go ahead and commit this, and after committing we will do our editing, whatever the editing we have missed. And then at the end we have got this the default pipelines. If you want to remove, we can just go ahead and remove it. Now we have done all these editing and everything. If we get back to our pipelines, get to your repository, find the pipelines, and you will be able to see there is one pipeline which is running for a production branch, and it is successful. You can see here. Now what we will do is we'll get back to our source, and then under source we will try to create a we will basically try to commit some changes inside the master branch or a developer branch. So let's go ahead, open the force app folder, main default, classes, account controller, and we are going to edit this. So let's add one more constructor over here. This time I will say integer, and I will say number of employees, and then commit it. So this is the simple commit that I'm just showing you. Like once we will be committing into the branch, it will be running a branch specific pipeline. You can see there are two pipelines which are running. So we will just go ahead and see the top one, which is, you can see here we have got two step, because this is for production. So there is some manual intervention which is involved, and we are able to see that our pipeline ran, and we can just go ahead and deploy to the pipeline of to our production environment. Similarly, let's do this deployment and get back to our sources. This time what we will do is we will make changes to a different branch, which is the development branch. Change the master, select your branch which is development, and then we can just go to our the same folder which we are in. So we'll go there in classes, and this time we will try to have some other class which is supersort.cls. We are not having any other like single, we are not basically modifying the same class. The reason is there will be merge conflict if we modify the same classes. So this time what we will have a simple constructor. We'll say public. Constructor is kind of like this. We don't need to worry about any other syntax. Go ahead, commit this. Now we have committed these changes. We'll get back to our pipeline. Okay, we got some error over here. So there are some error. If you click on this pipeline, it is going to show you what all the error is. It is saying unexpected argument force app main default. So you might need to check your pipeline why this is saying there is some error. Okay, yeah, there might be some error. We can check the pipeline later on. First let's see, go to the pipelines. There is one, you see here the pipeline is running on the development branch. If you go there, you will see that this is running on the development branch, and the first has been ran, second is running, where we have got every single variables, we have installation, we are checking the core plugins, then we are updating. So every single step is being performed with the help of our SFDX without any issues. You will see that this is working fine. So there is some issue basically in the pipeline of our master branch. So we can just go ahead and check what the issue is there in the pipeline, fix it, and once you will fix it, it will basically work for your deployment. So if we scroll down to the master here, you can see there is something, some unnecessary things which we have under the master branch. So once we will remove those, it will start working. So if we go there and do the commit, it will just run the pipeline again, and this time it will work for us. So this is like about how you run your pipelines. We have already talked about the pull request. So if you want to see the pull request, you can raise a PR either from master to developer, or you can raise a PR from developer to master. So anyways, you will see that there are the pull request things which are working for our master thing. Now we have got this is master which is running on the commit. We have made the changes over here. Let's see, there is one more thing which I wanted to show is if you click on this run pipeline, it will give you the manual, like you can manually run the pipeline from here. You can select a branch, you say that development, whatever the branch you have. Suppose you wanted to select a master branch. So it will show you all the pipelines that you have set up dot master. Like branches is development, feature, hotfix, master, release, default, pull request. So you can have every single thing, right? You've got pull request development. So these are all, everything is working fine for you. So you select over here, you just go ahead and run. You can also see the configuration, and then it is going to work fine for you. So if you have something where you wanted to run the manual pipeline, you can also do that, and BitBucket gives you the ability to do that. So this is it, how you can develop your SFDX pipeline, and thank you for your time. And this is the last video of the course, so thank you for believing in me, and thank you for taking the course. I wish you all the best. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.